It features one of the most infamous matches in the history of wrestling, but the Royal Rumble 99. Was the rest of the show any good? Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. It's a brand new series called 1999 Sucks Revisited. If you're a new viewer of mine, let me quickly bring you up to speed. Okay, so as I say, about 6 years ago, it might even be longer than that, I started a series called 1999 Sucks. I chose out two pay-per-views, Backlash 99 and Uncensored 99, reviewed the pair of them and said, look, these were bollocks. This was the reason why the Monday Night War were at its height, but the pay-per-views were shit. Really, really terrible. People seemed to like it, so it turned into a series. But the thing is, there wasn't a clear-cut January to December series. It was just a, I fancy reviewing this, so I will sort of thing. There was never any rhyme or reason in it. And what that means is that a lot of the pay-per-views from 1999 I missed. For example, two big examples are WrestleMania 15, which for some reason I've never reviewed, and No Mercy 99, which was the infamous ladder match, the Terry Invitational Tournament between the Hardys and Edge and Christian. So that's always wrangled me also, because it was so long ago, the video picture quality was fucking awful and yada yada yada. And so what I wanted to do for a long time is go back and review the pay-per-views from 1999. And what that means, of course, is at the end of this year, I'll have a complete record of pay-per-view reviews from 1997 through to 2005. Every WWF pay-per-view from those many, many years will be reviewed. So that's why we're doing this again. Thank you so much for that intro from Godey, who has done me that intro. That was absolutely phenomenal. I know when I put on Twitter, did anyone fancy making me an intro? But they came back with that. Amazing. Anyway, I've waffled on for too long. Let's talk about the Royal Rumble 1999. So, it's January the 24th, 1999, and we are live at the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California, home of WrestleManias 12 and 16. There are 14,816 fans on hand. 3 matches on heat tonight, as Christian defeated Jeff Hardy in what I'm pretty certain would have been their first WWF one-on-one meeting. The team of Bob Holly and Scorpio defeating Too Much, and lastly, Mankind beat the returning Mabel by disqualification when The Rock interfered, meaning that Mankind's on double duty tonight. We'll talk more about that later on. Buyrate for this pay-per-view was a massive 1.88. I say that's massive because it's 600,000 buys. Compare that to Rock Bottom the previous month, which had drawn us put a 0.78. Okay, so there you are. If you're ever wondering, if I say things like this, I don't see why it's so confusing. A 1.0 buy rate is 400,000 buys, if anyone's ever wondering. Jim Ross isn't here, of course. It's Michael Cole and Jerry the King Law on commentary. In a video exclusive, we get Road Dogg, Big Bossman, Mark Henry, Jeff Jarrett, and Jim Cornette talking about the $100,000 bounty that has been placed on Stone Cold Steve Austin's head. Opening package is set to no chance in hell, and focuses on Austin and Vince. Oh, there's 27 other men in there, but it's clear that the focus is on these two. 27 other men, Mark. Don't you mean 28? There's a 30-man Battle Royal, maybe Royal Rumble after all. No, sir, no, because in this Rumble, China won a Corporation versus DX Battle Royal match. That's why I was getting confused. And will enter at number 30, becoming the first woman to enter the Royal Rumble. Quite a historical achievement, really. Isn't it a shame what they actually did with her? But anyway, let's get on with it. So, our opening contest is the Big Boss Man defeating the Road Dogg in an OK opener. Road Dogg is hardcore champion at this point, having won the title on the 21st of December from the Big Boss Man. But for reasons, I guess, the title isn't on the line here. Road Dogg and Billy Gunn lost the tag team titles the night after Rock Bottom, as I mentioned last month, to Big Boss Man and Ken Shamrock. And they're now basically wrestling as single guys. Dogg and Gunn are New Age Outlaws are pretty much over. Oh well, never mind. So, don't worry, they'll team up again by the end of the year. So Dogg is still over with his entrance. It seems a bit strange when he does the badass Billy Gunn and Billy Gunn isn't there. And just won't be there. Anyway, Bossman throws attention when the crowd tells him that he sucks, punches and kicks Lots of them. Dogg posts the Bossman and kicks him in the face. Cole keeps talking about the quickness of Road Dogg. The quickness. Road Dogg got to use his quickness here. Now, is that Road Dogg is a genuinely quick guy, or is it just compared to a big guy like the Bossman, he is quicker? It's just one of those things that Cole doesn't explain. It's just like, he's got to use his quickness. He hasn't got any quickness. After about 30,000 punches, Bossman gets a big boot and taunts the crowd. He whips Dogg into the corner and gets 2. He locks on her. Bear hug of doom! The fans rally to him as he escapes, but he hits kitchen sink from the Bossman. He undoes a turnbuckle pad, hits a spine buster called a power move by Cole, oh yes, for 2, then squashes Dogg in the corner until he dogs up, is the best way I've got to describe it here. But again, Bossman cuts him off with an Austin-style leg drop on the rope. But Dogg comes back with a sleeper. Are you turning heel sometime soon, Rogan? I'm just trying it out. Weird. Bossman is evil, so he knows how to counter a sleeper. Don't put sleepers on heels, that's just stupid, isn't it? Hits a backbreaker, then goes up top to hit a top rope nothing. But predictably he gets chucked off the top. Dogg connects with a shake, rattle and roll and knee drop for 2, but then, quite literally out of nowhere, a black hole slam gets the win for Bossman at 11 minutes and 52 seconds. Really not sure about this one, because on the one hand I like the psychology that Bossman worked over Road Dogg's back the whole match pretty much. But Road Dogg got no offense in. This is a squash match. This Dogg got owned, and then the win that should be coming doesn't come. It's just over in a flash. And also, what's the point in removing the turnbuckle pad and not using it? That's a bit of a tease, isn't it? Silly. 2 stars seems too generous, so I want to go with 1.5. I'm sure there's many reviewers actually out there that would give it less than that, is what I'll say. I hope. Ken Shamrock defeating Billy Gunn in an OK. I just need to stop myself. Stop right there before we go on. So, the 1999 suck vids are still online, alright? So if you want to do a comparison between this and the original Royal Rumble review, for example, I'll put the links. It's in 3 parts, unfortunately, because back in the day I only had 10-minute upload time. So, yeah, I'll put the 3 parts down below. If you want to, feel free to watch this vid and then go back and watch Marc from 6 years ago's vid. I haven't, alright? What I did is I started watching the first couple of minutes and then I said no, because I don't want to influence myself, if that makes sense. I don't want to watch this show and then go, I gave that opening contest 2 stars and then see what 6 years ago Marc gave it. So, yeah, for all I know, at this moment in time, oh, fuck it, should we go and find out? Would it be a better, answer me this, because we're doing a bit of experimentation here, would the video be better if I told you what I thought about it last time? Because I'm just thinking about the revisited part of this. Like I say, this is sort of a work in progress almost. 1999 sucks. We can of course do some jumpy cutty right here, can't we? I can just leave it in because I do that. Feels more conversational, I always feel. I leave shit like this in. Rumble! It's time to rumble. It's time for the Royal Rumble. Oh, I've got parts 2 and 3 in a playlist. Sure, Marc, no one cares about what you think. That's really strange. I've got the 1999 Sucks playlist, but only parts 2 and 3 are in it. So, talking. Do you know, the reason I've got to mute it, because I know what YouTube's like, and it'll give me a copyright strike for my own video, if I do that. So, old Marc gave that one 1 star. You see? So, Ken Shamrock defeating Billy Gunn in an OK match to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Shamrock attacked Gunn in the Corporation vs DX Rumble after Billy Gunn had mooned at Ken's kayfabe storyline's sister, Ryan. This made Kenneth real mad, and he put the Intercontinental Championship on the line to defend his sister's modesty or something like that. You mooned my sister! I'll put that belt on the line and kick your ass. Like, I just kick your ass? Maybe? Anyway, Ryan was brought in by Val Venus, which also made Ken mad, so we've got 2 storylines going on essentially here, which of course I think will lead to WrestleMania. Cole talks about how Shamrock injured Gunn's ankle last week on Raw, so there is your story. A Kip Sop fan club sign in the crowd really makes me laugh. far more than it should. We brawl to start, so lots of punches and kicks with a clothesline or two thrown in for good measure, like the Attitude Era. One by Gunn catches Shamrock right on the jaw and gets 2. Gunn with a delayed vertical suplex that also gets 2. He tries a spear in the corner and injures the shoulder so Ken can take control. So that, excuse me, Jesus Christ, that's 2 body parts that Ken has at his disposal here. An injured shoulder and an injured ankle. So, which one do you think he goes with? Well, come on. Neither. That'd be daft. Come on. He instead chooses over to work over the back. Because reasons. It's one of those injured ankle, injured shoulder. I just want to beat him up some more. So like, alright, off you go. Gunn gets a famouser out of nowhere to no pop whatsoever. It gets 2. A 10 count in the corner is a little bit more successful at getting the crowd involved, but Shamrock dumps Billy to the outside and we get some more brawling, including Gunn driving Ken's head into the announce table. We go back where Ken stopped on the leg. Finally, good work, fella. He drops a knee on the knee of Gunn, then stomps it on the ropes. He then decides that working over the leg is a silly idea and locks on a front face lock. I guess it's just because he's evil and wants to show how evil he is. That's all I can think of. He gets a really nice Northern Light suplex though. Back to the leg with Gunn, which Gunn sells really nicely. Ref is bumped, we get a double clothesline so Val Venus can come out here. DDT on Ken. Gunn crawls over as the cover Listen to this, what I've written. See if it makes sense. Gunn crawls over as the cover comes round. Let's try that again, shall we? With proper. Gunn crawls over as the referee comes round and we get a good near fall. Gunn is then a house on fire, which means no selling the leg. He goes up top and attempts a top rope, nothing, landing on the ankle, and now Shamrock goes, the ankle, yes, puts on an ankle lock and gets the win. 5 submission, 14 minutes. 24 seconds. The match is better than I was expecting, with some good storytelling in places. But matches like this are hard to suspend your disbelief, in my opinion, because you scream at the TV in the first 30 seconds. Look, if he's got an ankle injury, work the fucking ankle. I have this issue with Ken Shamrock. I've told people many times. I seem to have an issue with, look, this is a guy who gets beaten, he gets beaten in a match and then snaps and then makes his comeback. Just get in the ring, snap, beat people up, leave in 40 seconds. It's dead easy. It's like Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan should just get in the ring and the first punch, like, right, that's enough. Start hulking up and hit the fucking big boot and live drop. It's one of those, suspension of disbelief is so important in wrestling at the best of times, isn't it? And things like this I struggle with. You know. In the back! Shane and the Stooges pump Vince up, and then we see something real nice, which is Billy Gunn being helped to the back, and he's limping like a champ. And you're like, woohoo, where's this come from? Let's see if he limps when he comes out later on in the Rumble match. Old school Marc was happy to give that match 2 stars, and current Marc also gave that one 2 stars. So X-Pac defeating Gangrel in a short match to retain the European Championship. No commentary for Gangrel's entrance for some reason. There's none. I'm not complaining because there's no Michael Cole, but it's strange that there's a good minute of just silence for Gangrel's entrance. Anyway, lovely belly-to-belly suplex by Gangrel. But he's an evil vampire. You know, so there's no sparkles on this guy, so he locks on a chin lock because he's that kind of guy. Pac comes out with a spinning heel kick, flying kick, clothesline for 2, another spinning heel kick, and 10 punches leads to the Bronco Buster. X-Pac gets a crossbody, and referee Teddy Long counts to 3, but the match continues for reasons. The ref counted despite one of Gangrel's shoulders being up the whole time as well, so it's a double fuck up. Well done, Teddy. Holla holla. Crowd chants "you fucked up" at him, because he did, and it's short though. Gangrel gets 2 off a nice power slam, but when he goes for a spine buster, it's countered in mid-air into an X Factor, which gets the win at just 5:53. Way too short. These two had a decent connection, I thought, and it flowed nicely. I would have knocked 5 minutes off the previous match, put it onto this one. The only botch was from the ref. And this is an interesting one. That botch, we see a replay of it, which Michael Cole says, now we're going to look at that controversial count. And you're just going, okay, that's strange. I'm going to go 1 star because while it was good, it was way too short. Old school Mark P gave it 2 because he must have been in a very, very generous mood. Speaking of generous moves, out comes Shane McMahon to some generic rubbish music. He's out to introduce Luna and announce that Sable won't be able to compete tonight after being attacked by Luna on Heat. It seems like Sunday Night Heat before this show was really, really good. I wish they'd put it on the pay-per-view. He demands that Sable forfeits the Women's Championship right now. Sable comes out holding her back, like, oh me back, oh it hurts, sort of thing, you know. She gets the mic and says, ring the bell, and here we go. So Sable defeating Luna Vachon in an okay strap match to retain the Women's Championship. Shane jumps on colour commentary. Sable uses a strap straight off the bat, and the sound of strap on women's flesh is lovely. That may say speak volumes about my... And never mind, I'm not talking about my sex life on beds. Lovely sound off the contact as Shane tells us how attractive Luna is. From the neck down, maybe. Sable touches two corners, but Luna attacks, and she's evil, so she chokes with the strap. She gets to two corners as well as I spot a... Oh my god. At this point on this show, I had to stop the match and just laugh and laugh and laugh. I saw a sign that says "Tig Old Bitties," and I took one look. I sort of did a double take, like, bleh! And just... I was crying laughing. It's one of those things that probably doesn't sound funny in the slightest. Tig Old Biddies. Like, that is gold. Tig Old Biddies. Luna with a backbreaker for a nice touch of psychology. We do a cliched old you touch, I touch routine as both get to 3, but Shane Shane distracts the referee, allowing some bird to attack Luna so that Sable can touch the 4th turnbuckle to get the win. Sable didn't bother selling the back at any point during the match, but now gingerly pats her back. Oh, my back. Oh, it's fucking shit. Match was short, going just shy of 5 minutes, and nothing special, but the sound, there's nothing bad compared to the stuff you get nowadays, especially. It's nothing bad. The sound of the strap is just great. Both old school and new school Marc give this one half a star. In the back, Bossman pumps up his corporation teammates Can Shamrock and some guy called Tess. No idea who he is. I'm pretty certain that he won't amount to anything at all. He hadn't been in the company very long at this point, had he? Test. He was that band, Motley Crue. He was their body. I think Motley Crue played on Raw, and he was their bodyguard, if I remember rightly. So next, the match we all came to see, didn't we? The Rock defeated Mankind in a good I Quit match to win the championship. So, long bit of backstory is, as we know, Rock beat Mankind at both Survivor Series and Rock Bottom by a screwy finish on the 4th of January episode of Raw. Mankind finally beat Rock with the help from D-Generation X and from Stone Cold Steve Austin to become champion, helped on, of course, by Tony Schiavone's infamous, that'll put some butts in seats, call over on Nitro. Rock demanded a rematch, but Mankind wouldn't accept. He kept saying, well, it was a really good segment, actually. Rock demanding, I demand my rematch, and you're going to make it a no disqualification match, and Mankind's like, no. There'll be falls count anywhere. No, there'll be no corporation members are allowed at ringside. No, nothing. And then he just goes, well, I guess I'm going to have to quit trying to get used to thinking and make Mankind straight. Yeah, I can accept you and me at the Rumble in an I Quit match. Fucking yet. It's all good. One of the lines that Mech said was so good. It's the how does it feel, Rock? How does it feel to be in a match that you can't win and I can't lose? It was so good. It was really, really good. The build-up package is really good. It shows all this, but also shows footage of Cactus Jack in the death matches in Japan. It shows footage of the Hell in a Cell. It shows this guy is meat hard and you're not going to make him quit. It's that simple. So in the back, Rock is talking to Doc Hendricks. If you know Rock from the Attitude Era and you know his catchphrases, put all his catchphrases in order, finishing with "if you smell what the Rock is cooking," and in the middle say that he's going to win an I Quit match, and that's what this promo is. It's just catchphrase after catchphrase after catchphrase. Rudy Poo, candy ass, I'm going to beat him in an I Quit match. Every catchphrase, it's good. Oh, and there's an important thing at the very end of it, though. Very end of it. He guarantees that he's going to win. So you know that he's fucking serious. So, this one. Another jump cut, fuck's sake. Got to go on Facebook now and bring up what the lad said. This vid is going to take a lot of work. I got up early and made it so that I could do this, and then I fucked up the intro 15 times. And there's so many outtakes from this match, or from this vid, it's not even funny. Yeah, I've got about 10 comments, and there is a couple of them that I really want to read out because they're fucking stupid. So, here we go. 3.5 stars from the old school. So. I've done the exact same thing. So, Mankind has his new theme music. I was wondering when he came out of Rock Bottom when we were going to get this one. Must have been in the new year. His match earlier on was a warm-up match, by the way, against Mabel. Rock interfered, hit the Rock Bottom, and then Mabel hit some splashes to make sure that Mankind was sufficiently weakened. Brawl to start, punches and clotheslines, and a running knee in the corner. Mick wants Rick to... Why not? Mick wants Rock to quit. Rock says, you can kiss my ass. Now that's not nice, so Mick smashes the mic into his face 3 times. When asked the second time if he quits, Rock responds with, I'm going to kick your fat ass. Nice. We head outside where Marc, whatever. Mick, you know what I'm on about. Mick is whipped into the steps, you know, that way he does. Rock gets on commentary, but needs a chair shot to the back. Mick wants Rock to quit, kiss my ass again. So Mick smashes the Rock into his head a few more times. Into the ring where Mankind gets a double arm DDT and Socko, but Rock escapes. We'll have to call him Mankind, won't we? Not Mick, that'd be silly. We head outside and into the crowd. Mankind charges at Rock, but he power slams. Rock sees him coming, power slams him over the barricade, bang, onto the steel concrete on the outside. Brilliant. Rock smashes the ring bell into Mankind's head. Well, he doesn't. He puts the ring bell on his head, then gets the hammer and smashes it into it. It sounds great, and he sings while he's doing it. Them bells are gonna ring, or something like that. And this man is just oozing charisma. It's one of those things, you're watching this at this moment, and you know, with the benefit of hindsight, that by the middle of the year, this man is going to be the single most over babyface in the company, threatening to eclipse Austin. He's so fucking charismatic, it's unbelievable. Rock wants a rock bomb through the Spanish table. The 2 men get on top of it, but the table's having absolutely none of it and collapses. Quit, Mankind, up yours, Rock. So it's time. Sing it with me, because we haven't had one of these for a while. So, you see, it's time for the caffeinated water of doom! It does the trick, though. It makes Mick, it gives him all the energy that he needs. He's all for rah! He lays in for the fresh attack, and we brawl at the entranceway where Rock gets a DDT on the steel concrete. I've just said that one, damn it. Mankind won't quit though, so Rock gets a ladder. But Mick knocks Rock down and chokes him with the ladder. When asked if he quit, Rock says, you can go piss yourself. Mankind wants an elbow drop on the ladder, but Rock moves, so he crashes onto the ladder for nothing. There's only one man who does an elbow, you piece of trash. Say I quit, says the Rock. No, says Mick. Rock climbs the ladder up into the crowd. Mick follows and they're up on the top of the bleachers. It's really crazy. They brawl up top. Rock goes low, then punches Mick so hard that he flies off the top a good 10 feet and lands on some speakers, which explode as sparks. The lights go out, all that jazz. The fall is good 10 feet, like I say, looks really good. Cole sells that Mick has been electrocuted. Shane McMahon comes out. He looks really concerned. He's like, whoa, come on, that's enough now, that's enough. He says, we need a doctor, but Rock quips. No doctor. This son of a bitch will say I'll quit and I'll be damned if he don't. Fucking superb. I'm sure I actually remember saying that on my last review of this show. We head back towards ringside where Rock handcuffs Mankind, and even having seen this match a few times, you get this feeling in the pit of your stomach because the match changes at this point. So far, to this point, it's been an enjoyable Attitude Era main event, but then you know what's coming next, and it's one of those, I don't want to watch this sort of thing. It's like a car crash. It's like when you're on the motorway and you're in a fucking traffic jam and you see ambulances going past you and on the hard shoulder, and you go, something's wrong up ahead, and you see you get to the scene of the accident and there's a car crash. And I remember the last time I saw this, I saw someone getting the kiss of life as I drove past, and I couldn't keep my eyes away. I watched like this, and I almost crashed my own car because I was just like, I can't help but look. It's like that. Car crash TV. Can't help but look. So you want to leave the room, and you just want to be sat in another room just listening for the chair shots, but at the same time you can't raise your eyes off it. So Rock lays in the punches, but Mick goes low and desperately kicks and bites, and then delivers a knee drop to the corporate jewels. Rock comes back, puts a chair on Mick's head, and delivers the corporate elbow on the chair. That's just evil. Mick still won't quit, telling Rock to go to hell. Rock may go to hell, but your candy ass is coming with me. Lovely. He lays in 2 evil chair shots. Even King drops the King voice, and he says in a serious voice, "That's enough." Straight away, so after 2, straight away. Mick won't quit, so there's 3 more chair shots. There's your 5. Earl screams at Rock, "That's enough, Rock, that's enough." Again, conviction in his voice. He's really saying to stop it. Mick tries to escape, so Rock uses the chair 3 more times, busting Mick open. 2 more chair shots, and we get the screw job finish, and someone plays a recording of Mankind saying, "I quit, I quit, I quit." I think it's from Raw the week before. That gives Rock the screw finish and the win, and the championship at 21 minutes and 46 seconds. Here's the thing, right? I've actually rated this one 3.5 stars back in the day, and I'm going to bump it up to 4 stars here. This match tells a good story at the end of the day. Rock is desperate to get his championship back. Absolutely desperate, and is prepared to do absolutely anything to get that championship back. At the end of the day, he is fighting a guy who will not give up. And the thing is, to solidify that character, Mankind's got to take a fuck ton of punishment, hasn't he? He really, really has. The brawling's good, the spots are good, the balcony dive being the best of the bunch, that's absolutely fantastic. But then the chair shots start. If they'd stopped this match after the 2nd or 3rd, I wouldn't have complained. They didn't need to hit so many unnecessary chair shots. And knowing, with the benefit of hindsight, what chair shots do for concussions and things like the Benoit incident, you sat there, it is not comfortable viewing this, isn't it? It really is not nice. It's cringe-worthy. And each one you see, you just go, you've got to stop it there. But I can't take that away from the match, because watching this live on the night, this was the best thing you've ever seen, wasn't it? And like I say, this is a character and story-driven match, and for that reason alone, 4 stars from this guy right here. We obviously have the benefit of the Beyond the Mat film, which is required viewing for any wrestling fan, isn't it? We know that I'm trying to be serious here. For fuck's sake. We know that Mick Foley's family were in the audience that night. And that is, you're an idiot, Mick. You're an absolute idiot for letting your family... if you knew what was coming, you wouldn't have put your family in that position, would you? Would you? You just, come to Raw tomorrow night and we'll just have I'll just be in a generic match. So, I figured this match would be a sort of a polar oppositizer. That doesn't work. It would polarize. I expected a very split opinion on this one. So I went on Facebook, on my Facebook page, and said, right, what do you people think? So I asked the lads, and we got some responses. So let's have a start at the top. So Sean says, "Hi Mark, how's it going? I do hope you remember me." Which is relevant at all, isn't it? Anderson Hill says, "Overrated tell, full of unbelievable silly moments. Even those chair shots from The Rock weren't enough to save the match. 2.5 stars at best." Sean Bison says, "All I can say is Mankind is one crazy SOB." Landon Whitaker says, "Pure Attitude Era main event. Looking back at it now, the chair shots ahead are brutal, and knowing about brain damage and concussions kind of hard to watch, yet still fun, and one of the best WWE Championship matches in that era." Joey Ross says, "I feel a match is a bit overrated. It's a bit slow at times for me, and suffers from having Michael Cole go through puberty during commentary." That's a good one. I didn't mention that at all, did I? "The match told a good story and is well worth watching," says Alex Ward. "I respect Mick's commitment to getting people over, but he took it farther than he needed to, as he had done before and did so after. It would be less uncomfortable if Mick wasn't so endearing, but I didn't know if he'd been so endearing without the change in character throughout 1999 that it caused, or if he changed to Chapters Jack in 2000. No need for the 11 to 12 share shots when they went over the line," says Mark Roach. I think there wasn't actually that many, believe it or not. I thought there was more than there was. I think I've got 8 written down. Maybe 10. Ricky Sheenan says, "It was a good match, although it was a little uncomfortable to watch at the time." Stuart Boyd says, "First time I watched it, I thought it was really cheap and bullshit finish, but at the end of the day, I suppose it led to more Rock versus Mankind matches, and they had very unique chemistry." Charlie Watts says, I think it was a good match, but Rock got a bit excited and tried to bash Mick's head in. Then it was just too uncomfortable to watch. And lastly, Shane Calburn says, I thought it was an amazing match. It's one of my favourite WWF Championship matches ever. But my opinion changed slightly when I watched the Beyond the Mat documentary. I felt really uneasy seeing Mick Foley's wife and kids in the front row. Watching Colette Foley having to console their daughter was very uncomfortable. But who could forget Mankind's fall from the balcony through the electrical equipment and the countless chair shots to the head of the Mankind. This match was Ashley Shearer in 25 minutes. An amazing match. So there we go, like I say, opinions are very split on this one, aren't they? Some people think it's way overrated, some people think it's one of the best ever. So yeah, old school Mark gave that one 3.5, and new school Mark is happy to go with 4. I'm actually happy to give it. It's just one of those matches that's it's like I say, it's storyline and character more than it's there's what 4 or 5 wrestling moves in the whole match. It's one of those. Someone like me shouldn't like it, but I do because it's story. So lastly, Mr. McMahon wins the Royal Rumble. That looks so wrong, doesn't it? So, Vince doesn't want Austin to be champion, so he screwed him out of the championship, and then screwed him again at Survivor Series. Then made him complete in a rubbish buried alive match at rock bottom to enter the Rumble if he won. So he won. So Vinnie Mac rigged the vote to see what entry he got, making Stone Cold Steve Austin number 1. He declared himself number 30, but then Commissioner Michaels came out and said, no, don't work like that. No. You're number 2. So there we go. So he is. But which is weird, because wasn't Commissioner Michaels part of the commission? The corporation, sorry. Anyway, that made that the number 30 was vacant, so they did the corporation versus DX Battle Royal, which Chyna won, which is lovely. Vince tried to make the best of a bad situation and offered a $100,000 bounty to whoever eliminates Stone Cold Steve Austin. The build-up package does a great job of documenting the Vince versus Austin feud from about Judgment Day onwards. It's set to the No Chance in Hell theme music that will go on to be Vince's entrance music. So, lots of notes, as you can probably imagine. Oh man, but first, before we go on, we see footage from earlier on Heat, where Austin was denied entry into the VIP area because he didn't arrive in a limousine. So he fucked off, and then about 10 minutes later reappeared with a limousine, but it was a monster truck limousine, and he crushed the gate and loaded cars that were in the way to get in. Fucking great. Oh, also on Heat, Vince slapped the shit out of Austin, and then Fink runs down the rules as always, but this year Jerry the King Lawler talks over him, saying we all know the rules. So Austin is number 1, as we know. His pop is big, but it's not the earth-shattering pop that you would expect. He's trying to win his 3rd straight Royal Rumble. Vince is number 2. He comes out to no music, which feels strange. But Jesus Christ, he's fucking beast. How's that sound? He gets in the ring and he gets battered. Well and truly battered. He's not eliminated. No. I understand that Austin is desperate to get his hands on his worst enemy, but you get your title shot, get your WrestleMania main event, and then tomorrow night on Raw, batter Vince wherever you get the chance. How's that sound? Maybe it's just nitpicking, but that's just me. Anyway, the crowd love it. Austin stomps on Vince's balls, and it's one of those oddly satisfying things, Giant Golga is number 3. He lasts 15 seconds. And Vince bails out of the ring while Austin is disposing of Golga. Vince bails into the crowd, Austin follows. Droz is number 4, and the ring is empty, so he does nothing at all. But fuck Droz, we need to focus on Vince. He's bailed to a toilet. The corporation ambush Austin. Now, surely, both Austin and Vince are now eliminated from the match, aren't they? They left the match, both went under the second or bottom rope, but they've left ringside. That's the important thing. If you go through the bottom rope, for example, through the second rope, and you brawl at ringside, I've got no issues, but to leave the whole arena, fuck off out of the crowd through to the toilets, doesn't work. It just does not work. Edge is number 5. Gilbert is number 6. He's tossed out by Edge immediately. We see that Austin is unconscious. It's far more entertaining than what Droz and Edge are doing, though, isn't it? So, fuck it. We continue the jobbers with Steve Blackman at number 7. Cole calls him a young and up-and-coming superstar. At this point, Steve Blackman is 35 years old. Young and up-and-coming. Austin is stretched as away as Dan 7 is number 8. He and Blackman have beef, so they go at it. The crowd are uninterested other than on the outside, where the fans up there chant for Austin. What I mean by that is not on the outside. There's some fans up in the concourse chanting for Austin. Tiger Ali Singh gets a rare pay-per-view appearance at number 9, but fuck him, because I want to see the ambulance leaving. It's more entertaining. I'd rather see an ambulance leaving than the jobbers in the ring. Oh, look, it's Blue Meanie. He's number 10. Don't remember him even signing for the WWF. He has to keep pulling his pants up because he's just too damn fat. Headbanger Mosh is number 11. Well, he's meant to be, but Mabel beats him up and takes his place. Mabel eliminates Blackman, 7, and Singh. Road Dogg gets the first pop for a while at number 12. Fans sing his entrance music for him, which is lovely. He eliminates Edge, but the lights go out and Taker's awesome music hits. Out comes the Ministry of Darkness to attack Mabel and force him to the entrance where Taker stands. They kidnap Mabel and take him backstage. Which means we get our second period of this match where there's just one guy in the ring going, hey, I'm the fucking guy. I call it dead air. How's that sound? This only lasts 10 seconds as Gangrel is number 13. He doesn't last long, so it's dead air number 3. Kurgan is 14, and he absolutely beats the shit out of Road Dogg. Weird. Al Snow is 15. Hurrah, we're halfway through this shitfest. Dogg eliminates Snow and gets back to being owned by Kurgan. Goldust is 16. He gets a DT on Kurgan. Godfather is 17. His Austin gets a bigger pop. Fuck's sake, his pop gets almost as big a pop as Austin's did, believe it or not, because it's the Attitude Era, baby! Kane is 18. Naturally, his pop is even bigger than Godfather's. This is one he was at odds with the Corporation. He was meant to be facing The Rock on Raw this past week and refused to lay down for The Rock. Basically, Vince and Shane are saying, look, if you don't do as we say, we'll have you committed again. So, Kane comes out, like I say, and he eliminates Dogg, Kurgan, Godfather, and Goldust, and then himself, as certain guys in white coats come out and chase him away, because he says, fuck it, I'm going to bail out over the top rope and fuck off, because they're trying to get him in the straitjacket. Oh, before he does eliminate himself, though, one of them takes a fucking incredible chokeslam. Absolutely amazing. Ken Shamrock is 19, but fuck him! Fuck him! Here's Vince! He jumps on commentary. So we have Dead Air number 4. Billy Gunn limps to the ring with one boot on. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. Good stuff. Gunn suplexes Kenneth. He sells the leg beautifully as he almost eliminates Shamrock. Ken attacks his ankle. Test is number 21. He looks so thin compared to what he'll be over the next couple of years. Fuck Test, I want to see Mabel getting put into a hearse, because that's more important. And then, while the hearse is being loaded up with a big fat black man, yeah, an ambulance reappears in Stone Cold's driving it. Oh yeah, we haven't seen the ring at this point for 2 minutes. We've spent constantly on the back, the hearse, the ambulance. Fuck what's going on in the ring. Back to the ring, where Gunn goes low on the 2 heels, but here's Austin. Bossman is 22, but he doesn't care about that, as we don't care about that, sorry, as we don't even see his entrance, as Austin's too busy going after Vince. Corporation trying to stop Austin. Steve eliminates Shamrock, but gets beat from Bossman until Austin can choke him with his wrist tape. Triple H is number 23. He gets a big pop. He uses the knee on Test, and Gunn is still selling the damn leg. Could this be, and I'm genuinely serious here, could this be Billy Gunn's best ever appearance in a WWF ring? Honestly, is it? Val Venus is 24. Vince is getting desperate on commentary. It's $100,000, boys, he says. Austin eliminates Gunn. X-Pac is 25. Cole says, right, this is an interesting one. If anyone wants to find this out, please do. At 210 pounds, he's the lightest Rumble competitor ever. I'd go and research that and find out if it's true, but I just can't be arsed. But if anyone else wants to, please do. He also adds that Pac had fought in a grueling title match earlier on. It was 5 minutes, Michael, for fuck's sake. Your commentary is a joke. Mark Henry's 26. The fans pop when he attacks Bossman. Jeff Jarrett is 27. Fans pop for him, but I'm guessing it's more for Deborah than for Jeff. You know. I'm guessing. Oh, you missed a trick there. And instead of saying Jeff, I've on my notes it said instead for the chosen one. Ring is full again, but the only thing I've noticed is a Bronco Buster. That says a lot, doesn't it? D'Lo Brown is 28. He has the pretty mean sisters with him, Jackie and Terry, to you and or me. We can see straight through Terry's top, so if you want to see some cheap boobies, there we go. Test is eliminated by Austin, while Pac is eliminated by Bossman. Owen Hart is 29. Triple H eliminates Jeff Jarrett, while Austin wants some events, and he must really fucking hate his boss because he throws some ice water at him because he's mean. Chyna is number 3. She wants some of Mark Henry. She eliminates him straight away, but then Austin quickly tosses her out. She was in this match for about 20 seconds, and you start going, so he hyped it up that the first woman in the match, but it didn't do anything with it, so it's pointless. Hunter eliminates Val, but it's a stunner and eliminated by Austin, leaving Austin, Owen, Bossman, Brown, and McMahon. Gee, I wonder who will win, sort of thing, you know. Austin eliminates Owen. It's a lowdown for Austin, but he no-sells the shit out of it and tosses Brown out, then hits a stunner and eliminates Bossman, leaving our final two. It's Stone Cold and good old Vinnie Mac. Austin doesn't put Ring in the ring, but doesn't put Vince in the ring, sorry. He bashes him in the face with a steel chair, then puts him in the ring. Vince goes low. But Austin doesn't sell that because he just, why should I? Hits a stunner, but out comes The Rock, and the distraction of The Rock on the apron means that Vince can chuck out Stone Cold Steve Austin to win the match and get the title shot for WrestleMania and keep the $100,000, don't forget, at 56 minutes and 38 seconds. Austin and Rock brawl to the back as Shane declares his Pop's the winner. Vince wants a beer. And that's that. We actually get a replay, a rundown of the rest of the show, and then we see Vince celebrating one more time on the top rope with his beers. Problem with this match is there's no star power in it. You've got Austin, you've got McMahon, and you've got Kane. To a lesser extent, I'd say maybe Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, maybe as the Outlaws, and then maybe Triple H, maybe Shamrock. But those last four are all mid-carders at this point. There's 3 stars in there. It feels like the first half an hour, at least, it's just jobber central. And it's so hard to care. The fact that they changed the rules bothers me a great deal, because they changed it just to fit the storyline. They've never done this before or since. You can leave the venue and then come back in a bit if you want. Because it's one of those, why didn't anyone else do this? You know, when Vince and Stone Cold are fucking off up the top, why didn't, say, Edge, when he came out, instead of going brawling with drawers, why don't you get in the ring and then go out and go to the back and then wait for the other guys to come out, and then after China's come out, then you come back out. Because of course it also means that when it went down to Stone Cold and Vince, you could then come out then. Right, I'm still in the match, those two are still in the match, I'm fresh as a fucking daisy. Happy days. It's just stupid. It bothers me. 2 stars. 1 good match. The rest of the show is average at best. There's nothing offensive on it. There's no duds. There's nothing minus. So we can't be too harsh on it. I think a 4 out of 10 is very generous. If you wanted to go 5, all right, but nothing more than that, I reckon, for this whole show. This is the Attitude Era to the dot, and it's something that I think we'll see again and again on this show. 1 decent match with an undercard that's just rubbish, straight up rubbish. Yes, the characters are better. Yes, everyone pops the entrance music and yada yada. Everyone's got a very defined thing, and they've got memorable characters. The actual in-ring work is fucking garbage, and that's just from the WWF. Who knows what WCW has got in store for us this year? WCW Uncensored 99. I'm looking at you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this one's been a bit all over the shop, hasn't it? It may look a lot better to you after it's been edited down, but goddamn, this one was a fun one to film. So, I'll leave the links in the description down below if you want to go and watch the old one. Next up, I'm going to do Sold Out from WCW, which I never reviewed from the original series. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've been Mark P. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me a lovely comment. Check me out on Twitter and check me out on Facebook. I've been Mark P. Like I say, take it easy, guys. Thank you for watching.